So I had one topic worth bringing up, I think.
Okay.
In our last 10 minutes. Did you see this? It was going around the internet today.
Coney 2012?
No, it was that what seemed like a German man had succeeded in inventing a pair of wings.
Really? No, I didn't.
Enabled him to fly just by flapping his arms.
Okay, so now wait a second. This is a video?
So there's a video going around of this guy. He's built like, Icarus type wings.
Okay.
And they're actually, super long, big wingspan. They're not, they're probably like 20 feet across, and they stick straight out like a plane.
Well, I hope they're better than Icarus's wings, because those didn't hold up so well, am I right?
Oh, the folly of what once considered themselves modern man.
Right. They thought they were so smart back in ancient times.
Yes, they probably. So they always used to try to fly there on their Icarus wings. Isn't that how they got around in ancient days?
So they flew up to the Acropolis to slide up on that hill.
Everybody had their own pair of Icarus wings.
But is this legitimate, or is there suspicion that it's fake, or?
No, it's amazing. Like, you watch it and you're like, it's great. Like, it's like he's got these like very lightweight sort of like airplane-looking wings in a way. They seem to be made out of like a light plastic or a light vinyl,
like a modern polyvinyl or something.
Yeah, and there's some sort of motor, but basically by flapping his arms in running, he essentially is able to get himself up, quite high up in the air and fly around for a while.
Oh wait, so there's a motor too?
Yeah, looks like there's some sort of mechanical thing involved in it.
So
but he's basically using the power, like it's not like a jetpack.
So he's sitting in a chair with a motor, and there's wings attached to it.
No, because that's what I'm going to get to.
Like a propeller in the front.
No, you see the thing. It's very much powered by the flapping of his arms.
Okay.
And that's what's so exciting about it, because it's like, to me, that's like a dream of humanity realized, that we're able to fly.
At long last. Now, would you use these things?
Well, so I was thinking, it'd be great to use them. And it looks like, the guy was like way out of breath when he landed, so it's probably great cardiovascular exercise.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, if I could, if I had enough of a runway here in Brooklyn.
So I guess the question is, would you be an early adapter? Like, if the German guy listens to the podcast and calls you up and says, Mike, come down to the airfield, we will do it tomorrow.
Do you think he's going to get mass produced and we'll all have our own wings?
Well, I would hope so, but I'm just saying, would you be like the second guy to use it, or would you be worried?
Yeah, it didn't look dangerous. He was able to glide.
Right, but if you're 90 feet up in the air and those wings start melting, you're just going to plummet to the earth.
Do you think the melting is really the problem? You did learn from Icarus.
I know that.
But also, do you think the sun is 100 feet in the air?
You never know that temperature. Well, also you got that engine making heat. You're flapping your arms. You got body heat.
Because then actually the opposite happens. The higher you go, the colder it gets.
I would not do it. I would wait until... I
think that's actually the hole in the Icarus story. If you wouldn't actually quite get close to the sun, you would reach that much colder, upper atmosphere.
Well, but also don't forget, he built those wings in like a castle. So It's possible he was in that shady, cool castle, and then ran out and then flew. And
so
then
it should be it should be changed. Rather than he flew too close to the sun, we should start saying, he flew during a sunny day.
Yeah, he exceeded the recommended flying time.
It doesn't sound quite as catchy as when we talk about people failing, like, he flew too close to the sun. I say, no, he did not go on an optimal weather day.
That's a lesson for us all.
For his device. He did not read the manual properly.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That doesn't really make sense. Well, the fact that you could build wings out of wax and feathers, that part doesn't make sense. And then the fact that...
and he also did it after he battled a Minotaur, didn't he?
No, I think that his father battled the Minotaur.
Okay.
Minos.
So that makes sense. Okay, so his father battled a Minotaur.
A winged Minotaur.
Well, the thing is, though, I urge everyone to check out this video of the guy flying.
Mm-hmm. And
I always notice something we always sort of do we complain about not having hover cars and jetpacks? It's something that people always complain about.
Jetpacks. Hover car.
Like the little Jetson one. What sort of sound does it make?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, you go. You can do it.
Jetpacks are the things people complain. A Jetson car would be cool, but I think jetpacks are more what people complain about.
Yeah. But I think it'd be better for us as human beings if we had the German version of the Icarus wings. Because it almost, because the jetpack is almost like what you were saying. You thought I was describing is just sitting in a chair.
No, you don't want to have wings rather than a jetpack.
Yes, you do, because then we'll all be like healthy Supermen.
Yeah, so you get to work.
Hawkmen.
You get to work. And you're all sweaty from beating your wings.
Yeah, but everybody would be. We'd all be flying in bare chested.
But wouldn't it be better to have jetpacks? You just land, you get to work.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if you had jetpacks, it'd be something like you use your jetpack to go everywhere, right? So you never walk anywhere. Like, you live on a high floor.
Yeah.
You wouldn't walk to the elevator. You just jetpack, over to the ho-ho, whatever.
The ho-ho club.
Jetpack, you would never take it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, why?
I would use it indoors. I'd be like, I gotta go over to the computer. Smoke.
I guess it'd be one of those jetpacks with, like, the handheld things. Have you seen?
Yeah.
So you're sort of standing position. It's not like Boba Fett. It's more like you stand vertically with your
it'd be the kind of thing where I'd be like, and I'd be like an inch and a half off the ground, like slowly wiggling my way over to the chair.
I'm saying it's gonna make it more sedentary. We're like, oh, it's gonna get up so like they're
You're so loud.
Right, just jetpacking around their apartments,
like
and
the floor's all those scorch marks, all like you could follow my trail by where those burn marks are.
That's what I'm saying. We'd all gradually become like it would be like those people movers, like the motorized wheelchairs that people use who are very out of shape.
Yeah, like Wall-E.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do we have to? Would the jetpacks have to keep getting modified as we gained weight?
So we'd be all going around our jetpacks, and we'd look at like you and like 4 other people, like panting.
Well, we'd be the cyclists of the flight human era.
But you'd be constantly getting like the jetpacks going past you and like.
But like it's Hawkman lane.
You're ruining the environment with your jetpacks.
Yeah, you're just a fuck you.
I'm like, what?
Hey, you guys would be able to hear anything with your jetpacks roaring,
burning all those extra fossil fuels.
Just leave it idling all the time in case you.
You never know. You don't want to let it cool down.
Yeah, I like to imagine me flying around with like Brian Blessed and
Yeah.
and other muscular tan Hawkmen.
You, Carter Hall, and Angel.
Who's Carter Hall? Was he one of the Hawkmen in Flash Gordon?
You know he's Hawkman from DC Comics.
Oh, okay.
That's his.
That actually probably prompted more listeners to yell at the podcast than my Chancellor Merkel. Like Hawkman.
Yes.
You disagree with me then? You say.
Well, I'll have to see. I have not seen the video. In fairness, well, we'll post it on the Ink Panthers fan page on the Facebook if other people want to see it.
Okay. I mean, if they could they could do like a hydro-powered jetpack.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like, that would run quietly, like the volume of like a humidifier.
That would be terrific.
Like, it'd be great if they were acting like humidifiers. Like, we'd all have like, good clean lungs all the time.
Put a little Vicks in there.
Some Vicks in a jetpack. Where you go meet your friends.
Then, like, in 50 years, they'd be like, oh, the environment's being destroyed because everything smells like goddamn Vicks.
With like Vicks and mildew.
Oh, yeah, because no one ever cleans it out.
Nobody cleans out the jetpack. It's all this, like, grimy, cloud water.
Oh.
Murky stuff at the bottom. Okay, well, yeah, you check it out and everyone weigh in.